Hi guys, welcome back to another Dominations video, and today we are on part 2 of our coalition review. As in last video, we discussed the offensive coalitions. I will leave a link in the description if you guys want to watch that video, but for now we're going to be going over to the defensive coalitions. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe to the video. We are so close to hitting 100 subscribers. I'd really appreciate all the support as of recently, but without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first coalition we have is Egyptians. This will boost the damage and the hit points of all defensive buildings. Now, defensive buildings that will be boosted are ones with projectiles. Examples would be anti-tank gun towers, catapults, redoubts, air defense, etc. So it does not boost all defensive buildings like stables or bunkers, as they are considered spawn defensive buildings. Alright, let's move on to Mori. This will boost the defender's attack damage and hit points. So any units that come out of buildings. Some examples are bunkers, garrisons, rocket arsenal. Alright, moving on to Indians. Indians is probably the least used defensive coalitions in the game, for the reasons that it only has 2 okay benefits, but not amazing benefits. It will improve your walls hit points and tower center hit points. Now this is very good for the commando strategy. And that's about it. Alright, moving on to the Russians. This will increase all spawn buildings hit points, tank depots, and bunker hit points. Also, it will affect rocket arsenal as well. It also increases air defense attack damage and hit points. Don't quote me on this, as with air defense damage or hit points, Egyptians also has a benefit that boosts all defensive tower building. Air defense are considered that, but I do not know if the boosts stack on top of each other, as I cannot find any source of information on this. So take this with a grain of salt. Let me know in the comments if you guys do know if this does work, because that'd be crazy with air defense attack damage and hit points. So Russians are very good overall. Alright, moving on to last but not least, Filipinos. This will increase generals' health on defense. It will also decrease the airstrip troop damage. Now, with transport, this does not work, because transport is a plane that deploys troops, and those deployed troops are considered barracks troops, not airstrip units, and the transport plane itself does not attack. So do not use Filipinos if you know your opponent is running transports. So a couple of ways you can know that your opponent's running transport is their museum. If you look at their base and they see the planes that they have in the airstrip, that's also how you can figure out if they're using transport, but you won't know always from that scenario. So be careful. It's still a very good coalition overall, because it will debuff bombers and fighters, mainly fighters, because a lot of people still use fighters in the game. Alright, moving on to now the troops that you get from each coalition. I'm not going to be going over all the coalition, I'm just going to tell you what they pretty much do. So they will spawn with your force defenders and pretty much attack whatever troop you deploy first on the battlefield. This does not include transport, because transport does not reveal spawn buildings or force defenders. So like anything that you actually do deploy on the battlefield, like units, factory units, barracks, etc. And with defensive coalitions, you need to activate them before World War. Unlike offensive coalition, where you can activate them during or in the beginning of World War, you have to do defensive coalitions in the beginning, during planning day. So make sure you activate them beforehand. Alright guys, let me know what you guys think about defensive coalitions. Let me know if you guys are a defensive player. I know there's not too many people out there that are a defensive player, because there's a specific strategy, a strategy that I'm not going to mention, as I'm pretty sure a lot of you already know that I use this strategy a lot, and a lot of other people do. A very overpowered strategy that pretty much makes defenses useless. But on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys have a great day.